Guten Abend, boa tardes,
Hola.
hola, buenos dias, greetings from Lisbon. Well, today we a bit overwalking, so we're having a bit of a relaxed day. Just finished our lunch, our 21st wedding anniversary today. So we had lunch out at the elevator.
Nice.
Yeah. So we just came back to the flat and started chilling out, and we thought maybe we should put together a small video of travel hacks, things that might help those who plan a trip to Europe sometime in the future.
Or anyway.
Yeah, so here we go. Okay, now the streets can be a dangerous place. It's always good to be prepared. Yes, being a tourist, you've got a bit of a target on your back. No matter how hard you try to fit in, you stick out a mile away as a tourist. So you've got to be cautious, wary, be ready for any altercations. Yeah, so you watch out for drug dealers, beggars, happy old men who try to help you put your luggage in luggage lockers and then try and take the ticket. Yeah, so if you're travelling with a partner, it can be a lot easier. You can sort of walk back to back and have eyes in the back of your head. But if you're travelling alone, maybe you want to consider weaponry. Now, obviously you don't want to be carrying a concealed weapon. I mean, that's not a good look. But maybe you want to think about improvising. I always like the camera monopod. Very light, but stable. Extendable, nice sharp spike when you need to puncture a skull, maybe. But if a policeman comes along, hey, what's that there, buddy? You can say, it's just a camera monopod. Click, click. Stand here, yeah, come forward a bit. Okay, now, important thing to remember. Your weapon always wants to be bigger than your opponent's. Oh. So, your opponent's got a small knife. The fully retracted club style version is probably going to be suitable. Okay. However, if your opponent's got a machete, maybe, perhaps you want to adopt katana style. Now, if your opponent has a katana, that's not a katana.
Best I could do.
Okay, so if your opponent has a clothes rack, then maybe you want to do one more extension, staff style. And now if your opponent has a bomb, then perhaps get the hell out of here. Alright, so we're going to go through a few defensive techniques with your opponent and yourself. Your opponent has a short blade. So we're just going to go club style. The first one will be a simple thrust. Yes. Okay. Go. Oh, I was a bit too fast, so if you want to slow it down a bit, we're just trying to show the technique carefully. Ready, set, go.
Die, imbecile!
Infidel, not imbecile. Infidel. Try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Die, infidel!
So sweep under, block. As you're doing that, you're going to grab the wrist really hard and twist over, and then you can use this leg, this leg, to step behind and flick and drop, and hold the knife carefully away from your body, and just try and reef the knife out of the hand, and then you should be in control here. Okay, the next technique will be defense from an overhead downward motion with a short blade. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Die, imbecile!
Infidel. Die, infidel, not imbecile. 1, 2, 3.
Die, infidel!
Okay, see how I'm blocking with 2 hands here? Very important. If I did it with 1 hand, I might slip and might come down and get me in the arm or something. So 2 hands, upward motion. And now I'm going to let it drop with the force, and see how I just let it go and they stab themselves in the leg. There. Fight over.
Another thing we've noticed travelling around through Europe is that you're going to be approached by a lot of people. You're going to get your beggars, your peddlers, your drug pushers. And we've discovered that one of the best things you need to do is just avoid eye contact.
€1, €1, €1, please, please. €1, €1, €1, please, please. €1, €1, please. €1, please.
Okay, now in big European cities, there are a lot of tourists, all vying for that perfect photo spot. So you've got to be prepared with your selfie poses ready to go so you can get in and get out like that.
Now, it's also important to be very aware and vigilant of the selfie stick epidemic that seems to plague these European cities. So it's wise to brush up on your evasion techniques, and we're going to go through some right now to help you out. Okay, now generally speaking, most selfie stick users are quite predictable. Okay, they're generally oblivious to what's going on around them. They'll be flinging their arms around. As long as they're in the shot, they don't give a whatever you call it. They don't give a damn about knocking someone out with a selfie stick. So it's important to move with the selfie stick user. Okay, try and go with the flow. They're moving, you move your body, moving around. So you just got to get used to reading a person's body language. Okay, you see a shoulder twitch, you move that way. You see it? Oh, see that? See, it's just natural now.
It's dance.
Yeah. Okay, so just a few techniques though, because sometimes the selfie stick users can be quite unpredictable. Like an arm can fling around out of nowhere, boom, knocked out. Okay, so you've got to be aware of the slight subtle changes that you need to avoid. Okay, you see this shoulder twitching around, you're coming around. The first technique I'm going to show I call the limbo. Okay, so you're caught a bit unaware, you see it coming around, your tooth's like, oh, limbo, under. Okay, very good move to know. The second move, okay, now the limbo doesn't work in this case, so you've got to be ready to change your technique. Okay. All right. So this time the arm comes around. you're not paying attention, oh, you're too slow for the limbo, you've got to move under and duck your head through. Okay, and you should be clear. All right, okay, so they're the two most important ones, I think. You just stick with those and you should be safe. You agree?
Or just steer clear of selfie takers.
Yeah. Cool.
Now, Lisbon by far has been the city where we've been approached the most by drug dealers, selling us coke, weed, you name it. They're trying to sell it to us. So the best remedy we've discovered is have a bit of fun with it. See what happens.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. I love Australia.
Good place.
You know, I know it's illegal to smoke drugs there, but you want some weed?
Actually, now that you make me think of it, I've got a bit of a headache and I've had this husband tagging along for the last 4 weeks. Can you hit me up with some paracetamol? And actually, I've got a bit of a snuffle coming on. I'm out of echinacea. Have you got any of that on hand? No? Oh.
We live in a plugged-in world. We can't even avoid it when we go on holidays. Camera charger, laptop, phone chargers, battery packs. You could spend a fortune on travel adapters. But lucky for us, some bright spark suggested using one of these. We only need one travel adapter. Okay, so plug it in for me, bright spark. So I couldn't have made all these cool videos that no one watches if I didn't have one of these with me. So you just sort of plug it in. Oh, I was hoping for a better reaction than that.